It is increasingly more and more disheartening to live in a culture and in a world where children are getting eradicated off the map and people only care to the extent of which their gas prices are raised. And I understand gas prices are like a preeminent factor in your budget and in our daily lives. And as someone who doesn't have any money, I absolutely understand like you focus on the thing that impacts you the most, and that is the cost of gas or the cost of goods or whatever piece of this conflict in the Middle East that you're focused on. But children are dying. Entire families, generations of people, human beings just like you, are being wiped off the map. Entire villages are gone. Entire family lines are gone. People are burying, when they can, every one of their children. And you don't care because you have comfortably not cared and gone along like this is business as usual for years. And it's no different than other humanitarian crises and genocides we have seen around the world over the decades that had to desperately beg and bleed for the attention of Western audiences to care. I work very hard to present my content to you in a way that you can understand, that is factual, verified, and I try to not show too much emotion because I want to give dignity to the people whose stories I share, and I want you to understand the seriousness of what's happening. But I can't look at the bodies of entire villages of people and then give a fuck about how much you had to pay to put gas in your car this week. I don't know what needs to happen to make some of you care. I know some of you are just burnt out because it's constant conflict everywhere. Things are falling apart. There are literally Nazis marching in the streets. But you have to care. That is our humanity. That is our humanity that we share with each other. That when you look in the eyes of someone who has lost everything, that instead of saying, fuck you, or sucks to be you, or who cares about some fucking people in a village somewhere in nowhere, you have to be able to look at that person and feel something. What has happened to us as people? What has happened to us? And how do we fix it? I don't give a fuck about what Starbucks has on the menu today. I don't give a shit about your stupid TikTok shop. I don't give a fuck. People are being raped to death. And you want to pound on your chest about the Epstein files, and you want to march in the streets and demand justice for victims, as you should. But if the victims don't fit a certain profile, you just simply don't care. That's it.